Hi there, I'm continuing the short series of traps in the Riga variation of the open Spanish, and this one is the Queen F3 mistake. So e4 and e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, a6, and the bishop retreats to a4, knight f6, targeting the pawn on e4 and white castles. So the open variation of the Spanish calls for knight takes on e4, and when white plays d4, opening up the center and hoping to get some action along this soon to be open e file, in the Riga variation, black actually takes the pawn on d4. It looks dangerous, but black gets some serious counterplay. After rook e1 and d5 supporting the knight, now knight takes on d4 with attacks on the knight on c6, which black ignores by playing bishop d6, trying to get some activity on the h2 pawn. So if white tries knight takes c6, it really does look deadly, but black can play bishop takes on h2. And we've looked at this move in previous videos, where white can play king takes on h2, which seems to lead to an immediate draw, or the critical line king h1. But what about king to f1? Well, on king to f1, black's going to play queen h4 anyway, with immediate checkmate threat on queen takes on f2. So how does white defend that? Not so easy. Bishop e3 looks just about okay, although black's going to be better off after that. Queen f3 really looks like the obvious move here. But in fact, the best move would be knight first back to d4 check, and then defending afterwards with bishop e3, where the knight's going to have options of retreating back to f3, forking the queen and the bishop. That's going to be white's best chance. If instead the more natural queen f3 to defend f2, well, I believe white here is already losing. Black's going to be able to play at some stage now bishop g4. That's going to come, but first black's going to castle, get his king safe against all sorts of discovered attacks here on that a4 e8 diagonal. So after castles, now the knight withdraws, but it's a little bit too late because bishop g4 hits the queen, and the queen really doesn't have anywhere to go. If a move like queen to e3, well, I believe it's going to be over after bishop f4, giving up the bishop, hitting the queen, but more importantly, queen h1 is the threat, checkmate. So that's going to be winning for black. And if white here plays rook takes on e4, then black's going to play d takes on e4, hitting the queen, queen takes on e4, and the same idea. Black wants to get the queen to h1 with a checkmate, so bishop f4, that's the best square to go to. After g3, then queen h3 check. If queen g2 here, then bishop takes on c1, and threatening to take on b2 and winning more material. If instead of queen g2, king g1, then the same idea, bishop takes on c2, is again winning for black. And if king to e1, then bishop takes c1 again. We can expect knight to d2, and bishop takes on b2 leaves black firmly in the driving seat with a winning position. So this has been the Queen F3 mistake in the Riga variation of the Open Spanish. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.